Good day, good night. CFR Network, CFR Sports, back diligently working hard in the lab. Special guest with me, Max Pain Griffin, 918, Sacktown native. Sorry, 916 even. One more time out, 918.
916.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
916. Hey,
Welcome to the broadcast, sibling. What's happening?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for having me on.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. We made it happen, man. Zombie apocalypse ain't stopping shit. You know what I mean? So listen.
Getting the job done.
Yes, this is the thing, man. This is the thing, and over here in England, we're getting like I don't know, we're getting some sun and shit, man. So we're getting like 60 degrees and shit. So everyone's smiling and stuff, just in time to link up with that 916 link as well. So yeah, no,
Yes, sir.
we're getting in the right direction, man. We're getting in the right direction. So combat sports fighter. I didn't even do no introduction for you. Sorry, Max Payne is a mixed martial artist currently representing or fighting out of the UFC promotion, and you are 17-6 if I'm incorrect.
I don't know. I
You
don't
just
know,
you
man.
just a prize fighter and shit in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just fight.
That's it, man. That is it. So let's go backwards. Let's start in the future and then let's go to the past. How have you been finding this whole zombie apocalypse thing, man, and having, being a professional fighter and shit? Like, how have you maintained and been able to collect ears and shit?
Hey, hello, hold on. Okay, we have to repeat this question. Let me just Man, life's been good. Life's been a little bit crazy. I mean, a lot of it crazy, but it's good. I feel like, stuff's starting to open up. I mean, at least in America, the virus is kind of subsiding. People are getting their vaccines. They're opening things up. UFC fights this weekend in Jacksonville. So it's a good look that we are getting the fans back. And, I miss the fans. I feel like we need that human interaction back.
Yes.
So I feel like, a lot of people have been connecting online, which is good. I mean, it's all we can do now, but I think people really miss that human connection, and it's part of life.
Most definitely. It's part of the human condition, isn't it? Being able to socially mingle and, converse and see people and greet people the way we used to and shit.
Yeah, no, it's interesting when this first happened. I mean, we've been in this for more than a year now. But when it first happened, I remember the first couple months when we were really quarantining, like seeing people you missed and stuff was important. Like it's like you didn't realize how much you missed your brother or you missed your friends.
Very good point.
It's part of the game.
Definitely, we've got to adapt or die ultimately.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of stuff's been happening bad, but on the other side of it, I feel like a lot of things have been striving and thriving as well in these times. Sink or swim.
Yes. Finding that opportunity and finding the sometimes it's the gumption to seek another opportunity or fight for the opportunity that you're currently in, finding different revenue streams or just plowing through, like, look, I gotta do this here, man. I gotta put food on the table. I've got to keep my mental health okay. I can't just sit in front of the TV and watch the death porn all the time. I've got to get out and live, man. Forget existing. I gotta live.
Yeah, I remember when it first happened, we were in the house, but I had to turn on a fight. Who they want me to fight? Takashi Sato, I think. On like a week's notice in like quarantine. I need time to make weight. I can't make weight on like a day's notice. But I figured my girl's like, man, you gonna train and all this stuff? And I was like, look, I have to. Like, this virus isn't ending, right? The virus isn't ending. I need to I need to, make money. I need to get in shape. I need to get my body right. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. At the end of the day, I'm a head of household. In charge of my family and that, and turn that down. But it's like they're by any means necessary.
Yes. And as you said, man of the
what it is.
household, you got to get out there and get that food, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But as you say, it's seeing the cup half full rather than, unfortunately, as I've highlighted, constantly turning on social media or television and seeing destruction. Life is full of, it's a mixed bag, it's a mixed bag of things. And if we're just seeing one side of life, that can really have a detrimental effect on how people, live and think.
Yeah. A lot of people, they turn on one channel, they look on one thing, and it's what you feed your body. It's what you feed your mind, right? If you feed all negative stuff, negative news, death, destruction, you'll see more of that in your life. But if you're looking for other things, I mean, there's light. There's always light in the world. And if you're focused more on that kind of stuff, the dark's harder to see.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So as you've alluded to, getting into fight shape and stuff, I mean, some people, some casuals, and even some hardcores think that prize fighters are in shape 24/7, 365, ready to go anytime, sibling.
I mean, I always am, but for me, it's more weight.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that weight off, getting those particular, and even for a fight, it's more preparation. I mean, if some guy tries to open my door right now, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's different than planning to fight a guy that's training to beat you and is pretending to beat you. Fight shape, like I'm shredded and ripped when it's fight week. Fight before that, I mean, I'm still big and strong, but we only really get that low on the day before the fight. So even these guys that fight 170, fight 185, they're only those weights for a few hours. Myself included, I usually walk around, right now I'm probably about 95, but in the middle of camp, hard camp, I'm like mid 80s, high 80s.
Okay.
High 80s.
So what are your thoughts on the whole? I always ask this with fighters, the whole weight cutting thing, because it boggles. Let me just paint the picture from me, from a personal. This is why I like to ask the question. It boggles the mind. I understand. I understand based upon the conversations I've had that it's dedication, it's preparation, it's part of that training camp to lose that weight to get to that goal kind of thing. But why not fight at your natural weight and shit, man, instead of fucking doing this shit?
I would if we all did it, I would if it wasn't me, Those 85ers are big dudes, man.
225, 230s and shit, I'm hearing.
Yeah, they are. So it's like, am I going to be the only one that fights that weight? Right? So I do it if we were all forced to move up.
Yeah.
I get this ass all the time. Yeah. But there's Robert Whitaker's, a lot of Sadia's, Paulo Costa. I mean, the 85 divisions are huge guys.
Definitely.
I mean, only a little bit more than my class, but still. But then, and then you make the argument, okay, if you're 85, why don't you fight 85? What about it's okay. Then you got the guys that are 205 that cut, right?
Yes.
So it always goes another level up. So if you're even the guys that fight 85, they're fighting guys like you said 220. The guys that are 205, they're fighting guys 240. So it's like, it just doesn't end, But I mean, ONE FC's doing it.
Well, some of the pundits be quite hard on ONE FC, and I really like that organization for what they're trying to do. And they've got some really talented fighters and shit, but they always seem to take you know, like a very dubious in regards to this, the hydration thing and how it actually works, because they're not as public with sharing the information of how it all takes place, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Okay, so toasted chicken on the spot.
So what are your thoughts on ONE FC as an organization and stuff?
You know, they're good. I like I mean, I kind of like what they're doing. I think they have a lot of good fighters. Those little Asian dudes.
Yeah.
Those little Asian dudes are good, man.
Definitely.
It's fun to see. I also like how they're like kickboxing shit with MMA gloves.
Yes. Kickboxing, Muay Thai. Yes. That is another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that adds another sort of gambit to the whole thing, because rather than just the mixed martial arts, you are seeing the fighting, kickboxing even, you are seeing the Muay Thai mixed up within that whole card. So it brings together the people who are strike heavy kind of watchers versus the people who want to see the whole gambit of the takedowns, the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, and, you know, the other facets of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's interesting though how Misha Tate,
yeah,
she's like one of their
vice president, some kind of thing. Right? Yeah.
She's pretty high up on them, and is she still working for them, or she's going to go fight my teammate Miriam Renault?
Yeah, the bruiser. Yeah. That's a retirement fight, right?
Yeah, coming out of it. Wait, retirement for who? Brazilian or Misha Tate?
For Renault?
I don't know.
Okay.
I gotta ask her.
That's what the media is saying, at least. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, man.
I'll have to ask my coach and I'm gonna have to send her a message.
Yeah, because when I heard that, I was thinking, "Fucking hell!" Like the last fight, she you know, she got outstruck a little bit, but she's got heart, man. She comes forward every time. She ain't stopping for nobody. Yeah. I really like her spirit. And when I heard, oh, you know, she's gonna be fighting Tate, and that's gonna be a retirement fight, I'm thinking, what? Because she's like a teacher and stuff, right?
Yeah, she teaches high school. She teaches high school.
This is it, man. That's inspiration right there, man. You know what I mean? Just imagine you when we was coming up and stuff. You go to school, your teacher's fucking a fighter, a prize fighter.
Yeah, a real fighter. Like.
Not rolling on mats and stuff in gis and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she's a beast.
Definite, man. Definite. Trustfully, that is some fake news and stuff that they'll be putting out and shit. You know what I mean? Because I'd like to see her still fight.
Oh, getting attention, like getting trouble from her. Like, I hate the people aren't fucking around in that class.
Definite. Eyes forward, mobile phones in the pockets and shit. They know when to play, and they know when it's school time.
I'm sure she's on them too.
Definitely.
She said they mess with her, you know?
Yeah. Not me.
They give her flag.
Well, you see, you know what, these little ones these days, sibling, you know what I mean? They can be a little bit, you know, rambunctious and stuff, you know.
Especially now. She was saying she was having a hard time teaching all these kids like on Zoom and that, you know. You know, the kids aren't putting their screens on, they're turning their screens off, they're making like fake like images to put up like it's them. Like,
what?
Yeah. Like,
so how does that all work then? I've never asked this actually. So I would imagine it'd be similar over here with the technology thing. So a teacher's teaching a class of students via Zoom. Are they all the students are supposed to have their cameras on so the teacher can see what they're doing, kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I don't know if it's required, but she was saying that a lot of them don't put her. you got to trigger screen now, you know, and answer this question. If they don't, then they get the F for the day.
Damn.
So, but I mean, shit's starting to come back. Schools are opening up.
Mm-hmm.
At least out here. They need it in person. I mean, even with my son's school, my son does great. But he said 60% of his class is getting held back.
Shit.
Doing fourth grade again, you know, because the kids aren't. It's hard to make these kids pay attention and have these kids retain the information. And I don't know.
It's going to be a challenge. It's definitely going to be a challenge, and then when some of the hardest people affected, which ultimately is our future, are the children. They're having a major disruption in regards to life and their education. You know, it's wild, absolutely wild. But as you say, you know,
Yeah, we just gotta help out though. We gotta help them.
Yeah. And as you say, as parents, you've got to, you know, take the you know, the bull by the horns of sorts and say, you know what additional stuff can I do to make sure my child's, you know, education levels are where they're supposed to be.
No, it's on us, man. Like I said, I'm part of my kids' like site council for the school. Like I'm on like the parents thing with the class and for the district. And the kids that are struggling, their parents aren't helping. Like there's a lot of kids that are struggling, and the same constant in all the same of those is the parents aren't helping. And every kid that is fucking up, the parents aren't there or hold their kids accountable. They're not doing their part, you know.
Sadly, Max, I think a lot of some parents, as you're highlighting, they're in this kind of la land where they think, okay, I'm juggling all these balls. I'm doing like, pardon self, I'm doing 70 hours worth of work each week and stuff. I give my child to you to educate. You know, I shouldn't need to do anything else. Where, you know, I can kind of understand that, but in reality, no, that's not enough. If you want your child to be the best or one of the best, that little bit of education they're getting at that school for those couple hours, that ain't enough, man. You gotta go onwards and upwards and forward and
yeah, it's a group effort.
Yeah, 100%. So back to you and your prize fighting. What how did we get into prize fighting?
Man, shit, I used to want to be a Ninja Turtle. Actually, when I was a kid.
Who is your favorite? Raphael, Donatello, or Michelangelo?
See, I don't know. I was like a mix of them, man. Like a mix. They all did different stuff.
Yeah.
You know, one was funny, one was smart. So I was like a mix. But I did martial arts when I was young, and so I think that really drew me to the Ninja Turtles. And then, you know, as I grew up, you know, I watched like Bloodsport and Kickboxer and those old videos.
Yeah.
Those always had a hold on me.
You're an 80s baby. I can hear all the references, man. You're an 80s baby, man.
85. And then decided to do it, man. I was watching the old UFCs and like, man, I could do this shit.
Did you?
One day I was at
what UFC did you first watch? Did you used to watch it from the very first number one, or what era did you come in?
I came into all of those. I mean, I was watching those on video.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one, but like I watched UFC 6 yesterday. Like Tank Abbott.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched it with my girl. She didn't see any of those old ones before, you know? So, yeah, dudes have no gloves. It's like, Can Severn, Can Shamrock, like no
Yes.
gloves and shit. Like that Russian, who's that Russian?
The tall guy.
Oleg Tektarov. This dude,
Yes.
Oleg Tektarov, was good. I was choking all those dudes out and shit.
Exactly.
It was such, but I used to love it, like, you know. And then when I got older, like I want to do it. You know, it's like Reggae on the River, which is like a reggae festival out in Humboldt. It's like one of the biggest cannabis like cities in the world.
I know Humboldt County, sibling. I know about that there.
Yeah. And yeah, we were out there doing security actually with all my buddies. And we do security, and then, you know, we come back at the end of the hard day or whatever. And then I had an epiphany, man. We're on the circle, and I was like, I'm going to start fighting when I get back. And everyone's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start fighting when I get back. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then I did, like, came back home, and I did. And
did you have to go through like amateurs before pro, or did you jump straight in as a professional?
Yeah, no, I went actually to my old gym. Dave Miranoble was a fighter then. He's like one of my head coaches now. But he was the world champion kickboxer and all this and that. And when I was doing martial arts young, he was a fighter then. It's like he was a man then. I was a kid. But when I got back to it, I went back to his gym. He's like, Max, is that you? And started training, turned pro. Fought amateur for a long time. When I fought amateur, amateur wasn't allowed in California.
Okay.
So I had to go up to like Oregon. I had to go to different states. I went to Nevada. You know, I was going to different states for amateur. Was legal. Ended up getting the ultimate. Excuse me, Ultimate Reno Combat 170 title, and at that time, Ultimate Reno Combat was the number one amateur MMA show like in the world. Like, I was the champion of that, and you know, and fought a bunch. You know, and when I first started fighting, I knew I wanted to be one of the best. I didn't get in it just to be like some local guy or like, do it for a hobby. I did it to be one of the best and live this particular life, and enjoy it and provide for my family. You know, and here we are now.
Yeah, man, you're doing it. You're living your dream.
Yeah, every day, every second, man. It doesn't feel like work.
That exists, and that is a key thing. We can't just be getting up. Oh my God, it's another day at work. No. We get up and we smile like, yes, it's work time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it makes your life different. I mean, I've been working at this for my whole life, but even, I mean, I've run into too many people, man, that just, they hate their jobs, they hate their boss, and that's their life, right? Their life is work. I mean, we work more than we do anything, is what they say. Sleep, work, like work 24 hours working in our lives and doing anything. So why not have it be something you like? Don't have it be something that stresses you out. And, I mean, we all need money and we're all in certain situations, but you're not stuck. Like, you don't have to pick up shit. I mean, if you want to pick up shit, good for you. But if you don't, you don't have to pick up shit your whole life. Like you can, you know, you can figure something else out. I mean, it's hard. Don't get me wrong. I turned pro. I mean, I've been pro for a while, but I went full time. I quit my corporate job. I had benefits. I had a good job, a salary, and
guaranteed salary, sibling.
Guaranteed. And I fought Mike Perry in Orlando and beat him up.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of the first fights I properly saw you come out here and get that victory and shit, man.
Yeah, that fight before that, I fought Eliza Zaleski dos Santos, and we got a fight of the night bonus. And then I was able to quit my job. So that Mike Perry fight was the first fight since I quit my job. And I've been running with it, man. It's hard to not have something for sure. That it's scary. It is. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get that money, but I need to. But you know what? I feel like it's supposed to be like this. I feel like it brings the best out of people when you don't have that comfort. You're gonna get this check in 2 weeks, or then 4 weeks, and then 6 weeks, and then 8 weeks from now. Like, you live in kind of comfortable life. You never really have to stretch and take a chance, be risky.
Yes.
And that's kind of that's where all the gold is, man. And I'm not even just talking money, like joy, like just in general. All the good stuff is behind that little bit of risk and behind that little bit of
let's be serious. It's more than a little bit of risk, man. You're putting your health, your body on the line every time you step in that the octagon, sibling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm prepared.
Of course.
I train hard. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for anything.
Definite, and make sure you don't have cauliflower ears if you're fighting this, brother.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Damn.
I mean, it's been done.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it as when people say that, people say it like, well, it's funny. After I fought that dude Ramiz, all my teammates gave me shit for like 2 weeks. I had to wear elbow pads. Like, I had to wear elbow pads in the car, driving. Like, oh, I'm not sparring with Max. Hell no. Like, you seen his elbow? So,
Tony Ferguson 2.0.
Hey.
Damn.
This last fight I tried to take a nose, but only got the Stone Cold knockout.
This is it. So we're on a 2-fight winning streak, aren't we, currently?
Yeah.
Well, what's the plans? Well, what is the ultimate goal? Are we just prize fighting, or are we looking for gold in the UFC?
I want the gold, baby. I want the gold. I really want the gold. I don't even think I said it until a couple days ago. Because I wanted to get my feet wet and get in there first,
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go for gold. I mean, you can, but I wanted to get in there. But now I'm ready, man. Now I'm prepared. Now I see it. Now I envision it. Now I'm beating these guys. And they're not going to be able to stop me, honestly. I figured it out. I figured this shit out. And you can see in my last 2 fights, I figured it the fuck out. And I get to build on that now.
Definite. Onwards and upwards, man. You're in your prime at the moment, or you're getting to your prime. So, like, keeping yourself busy, working on the things that you need to work on, is part of the keys of success. And I won't even say luck. It's getting those fights, making sure your management gets you the right fights as well, so you can trustfully just slip in there at the right moment and say, "Yep, I'm ready. Let's do this."
Yep.
So how you reckon you match up with the champ? Actually, no. What do you reckon is your road? Where you reckon what, in a 4 more fights or something like that?
For that, I mean, this next fight I should get someone good. I mean, I did a co-main event. I had my first co-main in this last fight and did well. But then you get guys that are ranked.
First round, sibling.
First round, just demolition. So now, I think once I get a ranked guy, just give me one ranked guy. And then I'm going to chop them fools in, man. They haven't seen me yet, bro. They thought they saw me. But once I'm ranked, bro, and I'm in that fucking mix, bro. I'm gonna chop him down, bro. And get in there. I like it. I like how I feel now, bro. Really, I like how I feel. I like the guys in the mix. I stack up well.
So how you reckon? I mean, let's say I'm Uncle Dana, or I've got the plug to Uncle Dana, and I can say, yeah, what fight would you want? Obviously, you can't go straight for the champ, but after this fight, you say, let's do a Mystic Mac and use your crystal ball and say, let's say you're gonna get a finish in the second round on this fight. Your next fight, who do we want ranked?
I'd have to look at the list to see who's
in the rankings.
Who's in the rankings right now?
Okay, so we've got Robbie Lawler.
I love to fight him before he goes.
Yeah. He's not the man he used to be, but he's definitely a respectful and well-rounded fighter. He's 15. Sean Brady. I don't recognize that name, to be fair.
He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's good though.
Yeah.
He submitted a couple guys. Really good grappling. Okay. Not too good striking, but his grappling is really good.
Okay. I'll see you walking through them too. Bilal Muhammad's, that'll be a nice little challenge, I think.
Yeah, Bilal will be good. I like that. I like that Bilal fight.
But I would say I see you winning that one. Not, I wouldn't say necessarily easily, but I would see you, with the length you've got and stuff, and you keep him at range. I see you dominate. Well, I see you being victorious in that fight. Lee Jongling Wang Wing.
Ooh, the lead.
Yes. He's tough, man. He's tough. Shit.
I know he's good.
He can take some licks.
Kind of spar with him a little bit.
Okay.
I trained with him a little bit at Alpha Male. He was out here.
I can see. I don't think
he's a couple months. He was out here about a month before. Actually, like 2 weeks before his last fight when he beat Ponzinibbio.
Yeah.
We won like a little couple rounds, and I didn't even want to spar him. I didn't really want to spar him. You know, I don't like sparring people that I'm going to fight.
Yes, of course, of course. Watch from a distance. Yeah. Hey, but what about rolling? Would you roll with someone you're going to fight, or is that again off?
I've rolled with a couple guys. I've rolled with Chiesa, Ben Saunders. I'm trying to think of guys who
Killer B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are fun rolls.
Yeah. They're good. They're good. Jiu-jitsu practitioners as well. Very good.
Yeah, they're good rolls.
Woodley, that's what I say. Go straight for Woodley if he hasn't been cut already.
Yeah, Woodley. I thought he was cut. Maybe not.
If that's what I'm saying. If he isn't, I would say Woodley or Neil Magny.
Neil Magny just got the Jeff Neal fight.
That's
I tried to fight Jeff Neal after this fight, but they gave him Neil Magny.
Okay. The Hands of Steel Neil. Those would be some tasty matchups, man.
I know.
Because you don't come to play in this thing. This ain't no like, a little jab and a straight cross across, a little leg kick here. You're coming to fight in this thing, man. You're coming to win, Yeah, man, I see it, man. You see, it gets tougher when we get further up, though. We get Michael, we get Vince, Wonderboy, Masvidal. Well, all right, then let's talk about Masvidal.
I want Vincente.
I think that'll be
I've been wanting that fight. I've been wanting that for years. I've been telling the matchmakers that for years, bro.
He has obviously, with that win over Woodley, he has now put himself in a very good position, and also he's improved tremendously since his first arrival. And again, he's a tough son of a bitch as well.
Oh yeah. No, he's good. That like I said, those are the guys that are you there? Those are the guys that I like fighting and want to fight. I want to fight the guys that are like, ooh, you want to fight him?
Yeah. Yes.
Say that. I really want to. Like, my coach always had me fight the best guys. Always. My first fight, it was in Oregon, and we're making my phone calls. And my coach was, who's your best guy? That's what my coach would always say. Well, who's your best guy? Wherever gym or opponent, who's your best guy? Yeah, the first guy I fought was 2-0, with 2 knockout wins, with 2 punches.
Shit.
He walked out, threw 1 punch, knocked dude out. Next fight, walked out, socked dude, knocked dude out. So my first fight was against that dude. But yeah, so I always fight the best guys, and it's just in me. I think that's how you get better. I never ever like fighting some sucky dude or some guy that ain't worth shit. Like, I feel like you gotta be something on the line. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I wouldn't even give someone that kind of opportunity to even beat me. You know what I mean? Someone that's not worth the shit.
Facts. I totally get it. I totally get that there. As I was saying, you could how do you think you match up with the current headliners for the strap, Jorge Masvidal?
I like these fights. It really makes me smile, man. I like these fights, and to me, it's not too crazy. To me, it's not a crazy thing, man. Jorge's good. He's more well-rounded, knockout power everywhere. The better the guys are, the more well-rounded they are.
Yeah.
And that makes for some fun fucking fights, man.
Definitely.
Oh,
definitely.
Really, I mean this shit. I mean it, man.
I can see it, man. I can see it. On the current trajectory that you're on, in this crazy world of UFC and stuff and mixed martial arts. Let's just do it, man. Get this victory out of the way. And as you say, let's forget top 15. Let's go straight into the top 10, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're trying to renegotiate my contract now. We're not trying. We're working on it. I came out of this contract with 2 big wins, man. So it's not like you could it's good ammo, right? It's good
negotiating power.
Negotiating power.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Put the ear on the table and then put the other thing on the table. Like, come on, man.
This is it. Look at the ratings, man. Look at the viral flipping videos that were coming out after that there.
Exactly. So that's what we're using. And it's going well, man. My coach told me before I fought Keenan Song. I mean, I wasn't too thrilled when I first got the fight against him. But my manager was like, hey, man, like, it's a guy you can beat. It's a guy you can beat. And then he's also, you don't want to fight Robbie Lawler when you're not making Robbie Lawler money.
Facts.
Like, let them catch up with the money. And right now, he said they're getting a deal on me, like getting a deal. So I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do get paid good money, and I am thankful for everything. But there's a lot of guys that,
yeah,
I need to come take what's mine. So.
You said it. You said it exactly right. I think the pressure's on with this lawsuit, which has moved over a lot. The UFC really need to do something in regard to the fighters' pay. It's crazy, man. When I had no, until I started actually interviewing y'all, I had no idea the kind of low purses some people are getting. 4-4 and 8-8 and all kind of stupid shit. I'm like, how the fuck is
Well,
Harry
not
some?
in the UFC. Not in the UFC, at least. Bellator, yeah. I know our minimums, I think they were 10-10. I think now they're at 12-12
Okay.
to start off. But Bellator, $3,000,
Yeah.
1,700. Well, the thing with Bellator, man, they use a lot of ringers, or I call them ringers, tomato cans. Well, it's they have they sign these guys that like they sign guys to promotional agreements, which they actually pay you real money, 10-10, 20-20, or whatever. But then you fight guys that suck. Basically, you fight guys that suck, that are just get brought in to get beat. And before COVID, a lot of them were like local favorites, right? So you got some guys that are, they need to fill up. Say they're in Stockton, then they put up a bunch of shit fighters from Stockton, so it'll fill the arena, right? And then you fly Michael Page in and pay him real money, right?
Yeah.
And the whole undercard isn't on TV, and then with Bellator, you got people fighting after the main event. You seen that?
I think that was to do with the TNT deal. That was no. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, I'm thinking of the one championship because they obviously did their shit in Singapore. So yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I've had homies fight after. I've had homies going to go fight in Bellator. This was the fight before, but if the timing doesn't work out, they fight at the end.
That don't make no sense.
The show's over. Like, people are walking out the arena, and they're squaring up. Like,
that's crazy. Well, think about it. I mean, where would you? Obviously, UFC is for North America at least is the biggest, prospects or promotion out there. Would you say Bellator second?
In the U.S.?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's really not much. I think it's just. I mean, they have PFL.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're newer. Yeah, I'd say Bellator, PFL.
It's It's interesting to say the least. I mean, you're a full-time prize fighter and you can sustain yourself, but depending on where you go and what your contract is, it's real disproportionate in regards to what what the talent is actually getting. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's why it's not for everybody, and I feel like you got to make your own money, man. A lot of different sponsors, and I know UFC took our ability, not our full ability, but our ability to wear sponsors. But now we're getting around that. We're we're wearing stuff on Fight Week. We're doing a lot more ads. We're doing a lot more in the life stuff, and using our social media, using our platforms. So yeah, we got to make our own money. I think we just got a new Venom deal.
Yeah, what do you think about that? And what do you think about the new shorts and shit?
I mean, the shorts and shit look cool. It's different. It's cool stuff. But I mean, the bump and pay is fucking laughable.
Is it extra $2,000 or something?
1,000.
Shit. Okay.
I mean, don't look.
Something's better than nothing.
I'm not even like that. I'm not even like a person that's like complains about shit like that. For me, it's more them just they kept saying, "Oh, you're gonna need to get an increase. Oh, major increase. Oh, they're gonna pay such a major increase." With get out of here. One more 1,000. Like that's like right now, like what I have 12 fights, 12 UFC fights. I think I'm getting 10,000. I think fights 11 to 13, 11 to 14, you get 10,000 a fight. Now I get 11,000 a fight. So it's like I don't know, man. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I mean, they beat out Reebok. They beat out Reebok again. They beat out Nike. They beat out Under Armour. Like, it doesn't seem. It seems like a better deal for them.
Yeah,
but it's what it is. I mean, obviously, that's what it's going to be.
I think
right.
I think Nike would have been a bit more a more of a prestigious brand to align with, but Venom is known for making stuff for combat sports. So in my opinion, it's a natural affinity.
Yeah, but they're okay. I mean, Venom stuff's okay. I had some gloves that I wasn't too happy with before, but they just sent me some new pads and gear, so I'll check it out and give you my update on that.
Definitely. Well, what's your thoughts on the gloves and shit?
Which gloves?
The actual gloves that you use in the octagon?
They're okay. The Onyx ones are much better. That Trevor Whitman's developing, but they want his patent.
Yeah.
And my guy Trevor is not gonna do that. He's a smart man. He's not gonna let go of all his rights and
hard work to develop something which is going to minimize eye pokes. I mean, come on, you'd have thought that someone would be working on that, directly for the UFC or whoever makes the damn gloves.
They don't care. They're not gonna care till they get poked in the eye, or till they get hit and they get cut up. I mean, the gloves. I mean, have you put one of those on? Like, they're not to protect you. I mean, there's barely any protection in them. Fighters break their hands all the time. Like,
even with them wraps, them hand wraps.
Yeah.
So you think the whole glove needs to be redesigned?
I think so. I mean, I feel like they're the old ass gloves that they used to have.
Yeah.
From when UFC first started. They need to do something that works. I mean, just how hard knuckles are on the wrap. Like, if they're not straight, they're like up like this. So we have to like kind of punch more down.
Yeah.
I think they suck.
How would you feel doing it old school style, no gloves, just wraps?
Fuck that. I've seen them. I've seen those guys, all those bare knuckle dudes.
Yeah.
I'm fucking straight on now, bro.
Definite. But apparently they came out with some kind of statistic to say that there's less
bullshit. Fucking bullshit. No. It is. Like, I saw something like that too. Like, get out of here. Like,
I had to question where they got all these data points to be able to come up with these statistics. I was thinking, you haven't been going long enough to then put your shit up against 100+ years of boxing statistics.
Yeah, they were saying that you don't hit as hard because you don't want to hurt your hands. So the guys are getting hurt and hit less and hit softer than. Have you seen these people? Have you seen these people at these fights? Just mush, just minced. Man, like, you see that Taylor Starling chick fight?
Yes.
Dude, shout out to Taylor Starling. She's a stud. But I don't like it. I don't like them getting like that. I don't like them getting cut up like that and just battered. Jason Knight and fucking
Artem Lobov.
He's like,
was he Artem Lobov before?
They both like have to have permanent damage, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. And how much are they getting paid? Like,
well, the big people, the big stars like Paige and all them, the headliner kind of people, they must be getting a nice little wedge to go over. But
yeah,
your normal guys, I couldn't even hesitate to answer what they're getting. Trustfully, it's worth it, and it's paying bills and stuff. But that's extreme, man. That's like that left way shit you watching in that left way stuff.
Oh, the fucking headbutts.
Yeah.
You see them headbutts hitting those pads?
Yeah, fucking.
Have you seen some of those guys hit those pads with their heads, bruh?
That is that's
Yeah,
true
like that.
combat.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. Yeah, the headbutts and shit. I was watching UFC, and there were had dudes in mount and was fucking headbutting the old one. Dude was headbutting dude like in mount though, like holding both arms down and bam, bam.
Groin
I'm not down
shots.
with the knees to the face. I'm not down with like kicks to the head on the ground. I'm not down with none of that shit.
That rising shit. Now, well, rising is sucker kicks are allowed, but 1FC it's knee to the down opponents.
Okay, same shit. That's the same.
But all right, but think about it, Max. I hear what you're saying. And obviously you're a prize fighter yourself, but that's more of a realistic simulation of a fight, right? Because when you're on the ground and you're fighting, you ain't gonna say, "Wait a minute, well I'm down. You can't do anything."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel it. But I'm not interested. I mean, it wouldn't be like a deal breaker, but
yeah.
There's just a lot of damage, man. I don't know, like.
Well, look at poor DJ. You got fucking taken the fuck out.
Yeah.
Mariah's second round.
He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy too.
This is it.
I hate to see that.
But he looked like, he got back up pretty quickly and stuff, so it doesn't appear currently to be any kind of long-lasting effects of that knee KO. But like, in your opinion, with that loss now, with that victory of Adrian Moraes, like, where does that put him? Is he now the GOAT?
I'd say not. I mean, you could have people argue and say he was. I don't know much about him,
I think he's on a 5 or 6 year win streak.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, Demetrius was a little goat.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a big goat. I think he's little. I think he's got a. Oh no, I don't want to say that's different, but it kind of is to me anyway.
For the weight division, this I can't think of anybody else apart from them two guys, who are doing the kind of stuff that they've done and consecutive wins.
Yeah. Cejudo's what, 35? 25?
20, well, 25, yeah. 25 and 35 he did, innit?
Yeah. Cejudo.
He wants more money, man. He wants that money.
You think he'll come back?
If he wants that Volkanovski thing, innit? He wants to, and you know what? It's intriguing to hear him wanting to go up, up another weight class. I think he'd just be totally undersized, personally.
Yeah. He's a smaller dude.
He's small and thick, but I think with Volkanovski being a former large lad that's cut down, to make 145, which is a tremendous. He's able to do that.
They said he was 2-something.
This is the fucking point.
Rugby too.
Yes.
Rugby's fucking no joke.
Australian rules as well.
Are those worse rules? Are they?
It's a bit more. I would say it's a bit more rougher still. More fast paced, but I would say a bit more rougher than the traditional rugby.
Shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice to see him back. Me personally, all that cringy stuff that he does, I don't think it's needed. I don't think it necessarily brings extra eyes onto the thing. He just needs to talk his talk and perform, knock out Dominic Cruz and stuff. Even though I think that was a early stoppage and shit, but just actions speak louder than words, in my humble opinion. I know you've got to sell a fight and you've got to create interest around your brand, but all this Colby Covington shit and the cringe stuff, I think it's WWE, man. Like, what the fuck? Are we watching wrestling?
I don't like it. I don't think he's good at it.
Which one? Colby?
No,
Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's bad. Like it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not. It was cringy, but it's like not good.
Nah.
You know.
I hear that most definitely. But you know, he's gotten to where he's at. You know, triple C,
Yeah.
quote unquote. But we can't forget.
Yeah.
Before he came up with that moniker Triple C, there was another Triple C, Ryan Bader, because he was the tournament champ, he was the lightweight and the heavyweight champ.
Oh, and Bellator.
Yeah, and he looked pretty good the last little outing, you know, against Machida. I thought he would have finished him still.
Yeah. Bader's good, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the UFC thing. I remember how did that end?
He just fought out his contracts and then fucked off, basically.
Right.
Rebuilt himself, and as soon as he got to Bellator, he was not, I wouldn't say a totally different fighter, but I think his confidence was there, and he was able to perform at the highest level as he has, and beat the people he has.
Yeah.
I think it's a confidence thing, and I think, I mean, UFC is definitely the premier brand, but I think some fighters get caught up with being, I want to be in the UFC, rather than I want to be a prize fighter, which I am. I want to be successful. Who's going to allow me to, who's going to give me the platform where I can fight and make money and potentially become a champion if that's my goal?
Yeah.
That's the keys. I mean, for me, if I was a prize fighter, I'd want to be in every organization. I'd spend 2 or 3 years in every single one collecting belts if the talent would allow me to, you know, so I can go back to my little den, you know, and say, yeah, man, look at all these fucking belts. Yeah, man. Shit. Not just UFC. Like you got fighters just fought in strictly in the UFC. And potentially have got a title here or so. But to have that cabinet full of belts from multiple organizations, that's the one.
I know. No, I know.
That's the real thing. But yeah, man, as we wind this build down, what's the vision for 2021? We got this fight coming up. We're potentially going to get a second round TKO or stoppage. What we got, another two fights this year, you reckon?
Yeah, so what I fought, what day is it? Fucking, was it March? It's April, May. I fought in March. So once we get this deal signed, you know, I'm trying to get in there. I see him dropping a lot of big fights, like the Conor fight and the week of July. I fought on a few July. I fought on the Conor card before, but I fought 3 or 4 times in July on International Fight Week in Vegas, so that may work. They gotta give me something good, bro. I mean, after my last dub with a KO victory of Song Keenan on a co-main, like whoever they want to see get smashed or whatever. Or vice versa. They want to see me try to get beat. Fuck them, and I'll fucking smoke this guy too. I'm ready to do a big man, and I'm catching my ground. I'm figuring it out. I figured it out. I finally figured it out. So from here on out, you guys are gonna see fucking destruction. I can't wait.
Beautiful destruction. Wait, that's what we like.
Wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Hey, what are we bumping musically? What's in the Spotify or in the CD player? What we got on rotation?
What do we got? Man. What do we got? I've been listening to a lot of old shit, man. I'm not listening to like old school shit. A lot of like Jacka.
Okay.
Mouth. I seen Yuck. I was with Yuck like 2 weeks ago in LA.
Yep, Measy.
Yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of that. Yeah, more stuff that's already just in my thing, you know?
Yes. X-rated, some of that Boloke.
Yeah, my man X-rated. Listen, my man X-rated hit me up the other day.
Yeah?
I think I commented on one of his yeah, he's a fan. I commented on one of his things like 4 days ago, and then he commented back and fucking.
Yeah,
That little
man.
shit like that makes my day, man. Little shit like him and little stuff like that goes a long way.
Yes, and that's, you already know this here, man. Sacktown legend right there, X-rated. You already know the thing. And let's not forget the Flow Mastermouth, T Noddy, Not Factor.
T-Nut.
The flow he can, Hollow Point, Sacktown's.
I want to put him on today. I haven't heard T-Nutty in a minute.
You got to,
thank
man.
you, bro.
You got to put some of that nutty on, man. You got to.
He did a collab. He did a collab CD. The Bloods and Crips one. Who was he with? Mess? Team Nutty and Messy Marv, maybe?
I don't think I heard about that one still. What, Tiny
Nutty
Do? Was it Tiny Do, maybe?
Because it was T Nutty and Mess.
Okay.
We'll find it. It. I haven't heard the album in so long, but yeah.
Oh yeah, when Mess was on top of the game, innit? Yeah. Sounds about right still. That sounds about right. Unfortunately, Jocelyn Mess is in a better place now, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy what the game does to you, man, and how quickly people turn, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to listen to some of that later.
I'm bringing
bro.
The memories are flooding back now as soon as I said Nutty, innit?
They're flowing right now. I feel them. Oh.
So I know you must have been jamming that West Coast Mafia then, right? The Killer Tay and the Pizzo.
My nigga, yeah. Boys and Fullies.
Bullies with Fullies, Goosh, and Killer Teasy.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
No one knows about them, bro.
Listen, I'm a connoisseur of this here culture called rap and hip hop, you know. I don't even get it twisted, man. I may be talking MMA and stuff, but yo.
Man, yeah. Fuck yeah.
We can go.
Yeah, I know what's gonna be in my record player today.
Yeah, definite, man, definite. You'll enjoy it, man. And you got the sunshine.
Right when I get off of this, I'm fucking cranking that shit.
Hey, and peep that blue Venom. I think that was one of the latest releases he's done as well. He goes hard on that there.
On the T-Nut?
Yeah.
I knew it was him. That sounds like something you'd make.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So my last two questions for you, Max. Have you had fun today?
I had a good time.
Give thanks. So, please tell us who you are, but don't tell us your name.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Man, this would be so... Man, I'm a Sacramento king. The UFC ear collector. Father of two boys, Tyrus and Julian. A West Coast killer, knockout artist, community pillar. You know, I do a lot of work for the kids, the community, role model, inspirer, dog dad, cannabis connoisseur.
Yeah.
Good vibes only, man. Hard worker. We out here.
Yeah, man. I hear it. A complex individual, a loving individual, a man of many talents. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And what's the best place people can get hold of you throughout all your social media and all that, Max?
Yeah, I'd say probably Instagram's where you want to find me. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Max Pain Griffin. Same on Facebook. On Clubhouse too. I'm on there a little bit time to time. But yeah, Max Pain Griffin. I got my CBD brand, maxpaincbd.com. I got my website. www.maxpaingriffin.com. I have my merch at maxpainstore.com.
Is that where you got you still got them ear t-shirts slanging?
We now have we moved on to a different one. You go to Power Forward. For my other shirts, the links in the bio. On my Instagram, all my links, all my merch, and all the stuff you need.
Perfect. I will make sure I put links down below. Make sure you go follow Max if you ain't already doing so, and buckle in because we got some fun coming soon, man. When's the actual fight taking place?
I don't know. I don't have a fight.
Oh, you don't have one?
No.
Yeah.
Who they say I was fighting?
I thought
you might know. You might know some insider information.
I thought I heard some whispering still. I've got to go. I'll double check. I haven't got my phone with me at the moment. I'll double check. I'm sure I heard some whispering.
Well, let me know because
I'll hit you up, man. I'll hit you up after and let you know.
Please. No, I've heard fights about me that I didn't even know yet. I'm like, really?
Okay, because I ain't seen no contracts yet, and I ain't signed shit.
Yeah, exactly.
All good, man. All good. Yeah, make sure. Listen, if you're just coming through this CFR network, this CFR Sports, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and most definitely share.